Liverpool grind out win over Newcastle as Mo Salah equals Premier League record. Liverpool recorded their sixth successive Premier League win to stay within a point of leaders Manchester City at the top of the table, coming from behind to beat Newcastle United 3-1. The Reds were without Virgil van Dijk for the match, 3 home players to test positive for COVID-19 as football once again descends into chaos with a flood of outbreaks and postponements. Jonjo Shelvey gave Newcastle a shock early lead, firing in from long range and sending the Toon Army wild, as Eddie Howe's side stunned Anfield. But their delirium was short-lived as Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah scored within 4 minutes of each other to give Liverpool the lead, resulting in them becoming the first English team to reach 2,000 top-flight wins. Jurgen Klopp's men were made to work and constantly frustrated by a resolute Magpies backline, but Trent Alexander-Arnold's rocket made sure the hosts capitalized on title rivals Chelsea slipping up. Here are 5 talking points from Anfield. Join the debate. Will Liverpool win the Premier League title this season? Give us your verdict here. Before the action had got going on Merseyside, news filtered through that Liverpool would be without Van Dijk for the match. Not only was the Dutchman out, though, he had tested positive for COVID-19 alongside Fabinho and Curtis Jones. It came off the back of Klopp's rallying cry for Liverpool's fans and players alike to get vaccinated, urging the Reds to listen to experts and ignore lies from skeptics. Title rivals Chelsea also suffered an outbreak, with 4 stars returning positive tests after a whopping 6 matches in the Premier League were confirmed to be postponed on Thursday alone. While who will win the league this season remains in doubt, whether the campaign will continue during the pandemic's latest peak is just as precarious. Even after the disappointing news of Van Dijk and Co.'s absence, Liverpool supporters still walked into Anfield feeling confident, with Newcastle having failed to win an away game this season. But Shelvey had other ideas, coming back to haunt his former employers with a trademark long strike in the 7th minute. After Thiago Alcantara shanked a clearance, the ex-Reds youngster compassed himself 25 yards from goal and unleashed an unstoppable effort, leaving Alisson Becker rooted to his spot in front of the Kop. However, the Magpies' lead would only last 14 more minutes as Jota scrambled in an equalizer after Martin Dubravka did his spectacular best to try and keep the Portuguese forward out. Read more. Klopp explains decision to sub Mo Salah in record-breaking Liverpool win, and who else would give Liverpool the lead but Salah? With Klopp's side pushing for a second, Shelvey gifted the ball to Sadio Mane on the edge of the Newcastle penalty area. After righting a challenge, Mane fired off a shot straight at Dubravka, but the ball fell to Salah, and the Egyptian dispatched with ease to restore normal service at Anfield, turning the Magpies' mood around. The 29-year-old equaled Jamie Vardy's record of scoring or assisting in 15 consecutive Premier League games, and who would beat against him, making it 16 when the Reds face Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Read more. Gary Lineker gets Liverpool fans talking with Mo Salah observation. Read more. Alexander-Arnold admits disappointment despite Liverpool vs Newcastle screamer 20 minutes into the second half. With very little to write home about, Newcastle broke away through Jacob Murphy, and the Magpies winger worked a low cross into the Liverpool box. Latching onto it was substitute Ryan Fraser, who was taken down by Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Toon Army were desperate for referee Mike Dean to point to the spot, but their penalty appeals were waved away, with Dean convinced the Reds' right back had got enough of the ball. Sure enough, he had, despite the challenge from Alexander-Arnold being eerily similar to what earned Arsenal a penalty on Wednesday as a result of Vladimir Kufl's sighting tackle. It summed up the night for Howe and Co., although the Magpies' boss will take confidence from his team's largely resolute display. Have your say. How did Liverpool fare against Newcastle? Rate the players below. Despite his well-timed, or finely fortunate, tackle, Alexander-Arnold's next important touch will make the headlines. With Newcastle still hoping to earn a draw, the 23-year-old almost took the net off and beat the defiant Dubravka on his near side with a Steven Gerrard-esque drive, not that the Slovakian could do much about it. Although Klopp and Co remain 1 point behind Man City in the table, Everton did Liverpool a favour by holding Chelsea to a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. The Reds now face a tricky set of fixtures over the festive period, coronavirus firebreak pending, but have 8 successive wins in all competitions, 2 behind them. 6 of those have come in the Premier League, and their latest was as hard-fought as any, but the Anfield train keeps trucking on in search of another title.